Okay, so let's put the inflatable punching bag together. It should come with a pump and the bag itself. Now the bag basically has three parts to it. The base, the sort of part above the base, and then the bag area. So we'll fill the bottom part with water and then air with the other two parts. Now when you have the pump, you want to make sure that you put in one of these nozzles here. Put it in, and if it has an extra one like mine does, don't put this one in and try to expect it to inflate because there's no air coming through. So make sure you use that one. I say that because I've made that mistake. Right? Then you take the other end of the tube and you put it in just one, and make sure this other end is free. Otherwise, if you try to push, it gets stuck if your finger's accidentally covering. So make sure that that is ready to go, and that is how you assemble the pump. Let's put water into the base. Okay, so in my bag, and yours might have it too, I have at the base both an air hole and the watering hole, okay? The air hole, you just need to plug it up. I think it's for if you just want to put air at the base, if you're just going to treat it like a pillow or something. But if you fill it with water, I mean with air, it's not going to be very sturdy. So go ahead and plug it up real good and push it in, just like if you've done it with an inner tube. And now we go to the watering part. So you take the cap off, and there should be a little stopper in there. Go ahead and take that off, and go to, I would recommend the kitchen sink because it's got more space. And go ahead and line this up with the faucet, and then turn the water on. I would recommend cold water, trying to get hot water on rubber, and we'll go ahead and fill this up. Okay, so we filled it up. Hopefully you can see that. And so what you want to do is you want to take the stopper, put that in first, and then you can let kind of the water around it kind of dump out. That's why we're doing it in the sink. And then we take the cap and go ahead and screw that on. Now, when we take this out, be sure to go on like a carpeted or surface or a mat, because this will be kind of wet, right? So now I put down a yoga mat, so I'm just going to take the bag out, and you'll need definitely to use both hands, it's kind of heavy. And we put it down on the yoga mat, and now we're set to put air in it. So we're going to be filling up first the part right above the base. So this is not the bag, this is the bag part. This is just right above this bottom part. So I'm going to put in the nozzle. Remember, don't put in the part that's not connected to the tube. You'll be pumping for hours with no results if you do that. So make sure you have the tube with the nozzle connected. And then you can use your hands or your feet and just start pumping. And of course, don't cover this red part. And make sure that the tube space is open and that it is ready to go. And we just start pumping. There we go. You got to put that cap on very quickly, otherwise if you take too long, then the air is going to deflate. So I tend to put a little bit extra air, kind of taking that into account. All right, so ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Don't lose too much air. All right, got it. And push it in, and now we're ready to pump the rest of the bag. Okay, so the bottom part of the bag is done. Now we get to the main part. So this particular one is right on top, so stick the nozzle in. Again, don't put the non-tube one in. And you can either use your feet or your hands. Okay, I should say that when it's pretty deflated, you could use your foot. It's easier, but when it gets more and more inflated, you'll probably want to use your hand because the tube is just not long enough to reach from the ground to the top of the bag when it gets more inflated. Okay, so as you can see, there's more air in here now, and it's getting almost too tall for the pump. So at this point, I'm going to take it from my foot and start doing it by hand. Okay, so here's a little technique I came up with because I'm doing this by myself. I hold on to the nozzle, and my hand's getting kind of tired, and I want to get more air in here quickly, so I put the pump on my hip, like this, and then I just start pushing with my palm, and I get a lot more power and I can get it more filled up. Look, this is almost done. Okay, so I'd say this is pretty much done. So remember, you got to put that top on. You got to go kind of quick because it's going to lose air. So I'm overinflating just a little bit. Obviously not so that it'll pop, but just a little bit so that I have some time to put that top on. All right, ready, steady, here we go, and the top goes on. And I push it in, and voila, we have the bag.